Yes guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Now in today's video, coming to you from the brand new studio, if you want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year in the next 12 weeks, listen up. I'm going to show you exactly how to train, exactly how to eat, and how to stay locked in. So this isn't just another plan where you look great up until Christmas and then you blow it. The whole point of this is obviously you lose the weight coming up to Christmas, and then in January you carry on the plan and look great the whole way through the year. We don't want to do these in and out, up and down. We want to be on it at all times. So if you're a 20-year-old, chasing a beach physique, or maybe you're a busy dad who wants his edge back, or maybe you're just, I don't know, like a high-performing business exec who's just sick of having a belly, wants to look good in a suit again, this video is for you. Now, I know that 20 pounds sounds like a lot of weight, and it is a lot of weight, but it's, losing 1 to 2 pounds per week is more than achievable. And we have 12 weeks left, 13 weeks when I'm filming this video. By the time it's edited, it'll be 12 weeks left for you guys. So we know that the biggest issue people run into, right, isn't necessarily the time frame. It's the plan. It's maintaining it after the time frame. Anyone can give something a go for 8 to 12 weeks, but to give something a go for 8 to 12 months, the training program and the nutrition plan needs to be dialed in, specific to you, something that you can fit around work, fit around travel, fit around your family. If you're starting a 12-week program and you're thinking, oh God, I'll give that a go, but there's no way I'm going to be able to keep it up, don't even start it. You can't sustain the plan, you can't sustain the result. Now, calories reign supreme. 20 pounds of body fat in 12 weeks, calories reign supreme. Do not guess this stuff, okay? We know that a 500 calorie deficit is going to drop about £1 off per week. 750 calorie deficit is going to drop around 1.5 pounds off per week. We want to be around that 1.5, maybe 1.75. So if you think about it, we can eat 250 calories less and burn 375 calories more, or we can do it the other way around. We need to create that deficit. Trust me, you can't out-train a bad diet. Diet is number one. This is why your nutrition is everything. We know that protein is king when it comes to muscle retention and keeping you full. These two things are so important when the goal is losing 20 pounds of fat. Because we don't just want to lose 20 pounds of fat, we want to build muscle along the way, or at the very least, keep muscle, okay? So we need to be tracking our calories, even if it's just loosely tracking. I'd recommend MyFitnessPal or my coaching app, shameless plug, to track your food. And there's a few things we need to consider to kind of make this as seamless and as stress-free as possible. If you're serious about this and you want to take this fat off in a relatively short period of time, guys, we want to be alcohol-free, or at the very least, low alcohol. There is no 20 pounds in 12 weeks if all you do, or 10 kilos in 12 weeks, if all you do is go boozing every weekend. Think about this, it doesn't work. You can't go and have 12 pints on a Friday, a load of gear, 12 pints on a Saturday, and be in shape. It doesn't work that way. If you want to lock this in, try and go low to no alcohol. If you are going to drink 2 or 3 drinks with your friends, 2 or 3 drinks with your friends, vodka, lime, soda, keep it classy, don't get hammered. I don't know if I'm getting old now, but there's just no fun in being absolutely paralytic and getting a kebab on the way home, getting in at 3 AM and ruining your life. Keep it classy. Alcohol needs to come down. Now, as we're trying to reduce calories, I kind of call it the low-hanging fruit. We want to think about, where are we wasting our calories? Are we having 2 or 3 milky lattes a day at 100 calories each? We're putting sugar in our bloody coffee instead of sweetener. Are we having frappuccinos from Starbucks? Are we snacking on nuts and eating our kids' foods and drinking our calories? These are the easy fixes. You'll be amazed at how easy this stuff is if you just keep your protein high, lean protein sources, have a good amount of vegetables with every meal, keep your carbohydrates simple, bread, sourdough bread, potatoes, rice. Keep it simple, guys. If you're slamming protein bars, protein crisps, shakes all the time, loads of milky coffees, picking at your kids' food, putting olive oil all over your food, you can clock up 500, 600, 700 calories without even noticing it and without feeling full. That is another meal. That's literally a huge meal if you do it right. you've got to rein your calories in. And that brings me to calorie banking. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of calorie banking. Just did a video on this recently. Let's say you've got 12 weeks to get in shape. You still need to have a life. Why can't you reduce your calories throughout the week so you can have a big high calorie Saturday? That way we stay within our deficit, because it's a weekly deficit, yeah? If you're having 2,000 calories a day and you have 1,500 on Friday, 1,500 on Sunday, you can have 3,000 on Saturday. That is your big meal with all your friends, your 3 or 4 drinks, the heavy night with the boys, whatever, the business meeting, drinks, champagne, and your weekly total remains 14,000 calories. This is how it's done. I've lived my life like this. It's the best way to do it. If you lock yourself in for 12 weeks and go to bed at 9 o'clock and train twice a day and eat 11 calories a day and don't have a carbohydrate again, when you finish your diet on Christmas Day, you are in big trouble for those next 6 to 8 weeks, because you're gonna let rip. I've seen it happen. And all the fat you lost, you gain it all back and more. I've seen it so many times. Do not be crazy restrictive on the way down. Use your brain. And if you want it to be really, really easy, use me. I literally have created a course called The Complete Physique, where I teach guys how to build muscle and get lean, reverse diet and maintain it for a lifetime. And I've also got my one-to-one premium coaching, which is my actual job, where I just help men get in great shape, but it's way more tailored and specific. And obviously you're speaking to me every day. Very different. Serious guys, people that can't afford it but still want help with their training, jump on the course. And that leads me to, high volume foods as well. If you have a certain number of calories to eat per day, it doesn't make sense to have 2 protein bars at 250 calories each. It just doesn't make sense. And to put olive oil over your food, 250 from the 2 grenade bars, that's 500 calories. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, that's 250 calories. 750 calories from 2 protein bars and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. What? No, that is how that you're going to be very hungry. But if you were to have a huge egg white omelette, with some sourdough and some veggies mixed in, a green shake in the morning with some fruit so it doesn't taste like shit, it actually tastes nice, it's super filling, full of fiber, straight to the toilet, lean protein sources, loads of veggies, big salads, good air fried potatoes, then maybe in the evening, chocolate protein on your oats and all the stuff you enjoy. This game is easy, but people make terrible decisions and they choose junk food over high volume foods. Okay, the if it fits your macros crew, it works for about 5 minutes if you're about 16 years old. When you get into the real world, guys, you need to be strategic with the foods you eat if you want to feel good, perform good, be mentally sharp and not feel like shit and be bloated all the time. I'm not a big fan if it fits your macros. And that brings me to training. Now, if you've watched my videos before, I have a very simple approach to this, and this is how it needs to be. You strength train hard and heavy 3 to 4 times a week, focusing on big compound lifts, focusing on progressive overload, training with proper technique and not changing your workouts every 5 minutes. You need to get good at squatting, deadlifting, benching, chin-ups, dips, rows, shoulder presses, incline presses. You need to do the movements over and over again. I've been incline pressing for about 16 years. I've been side raising for about 15 years. I've been doing heavy curls and chin-ups for about 15 years. And I now have a physique that has muscle and it's easy for me to maintain it. Can you imagine if I tried to build my physique and I'm also lean all the time? Can you imagine if I tried to build my chest over these 12 weeks whilst losing this 20 pounds or 10 kilos. And one day I did a bench press, the next day I did a cable fly, then I did a machine press, then I'm doing decline bench, then I'm doing 20 rep drop sets on cable flies, and then I go back to the bench press. I'll never improve the lift. If you want to build muscle, add weight to those big compound lifts consistently over time. Very straightforward. Another thing we need to focus on, if you only have 3 months, which isn't a long time, we need to massively increase our output as much as possible, not just decrease our calories. Everyone's go-to is just slash calories in half, don't eat carbohydrates, starving for 12 weeks. What about if we slash calories just a little bit, decrease carbohydrates just a little bit, but still kept them in every meal so you actually have happiness in your life, and then took your steps from whatever they are to 2,000 more per day. Go to your phone, go to the health app, click on steps. It will say day, week, month, 6 months, year. Click on 6 months. What is your average? If it's 4K, 4,000, do 6,000 a day. If it's 10K already, do 12K a day. You increase steps as number 1. You increase training intensity as number 2, or training frequency, or if you're not training, you start training with the big compound lifts, including training your legs, men, and then you increase cardio. You can obviously increase how much cardio you do, but start at the bare minimum. I always say, 20 minutes 3 times a week, post-workout, so you don't have to go back to the gym on separate days. I'm guessing you have a life. Train, post-workout cardio, done. Don't have to go back. And over time, as you start to stall, if you've got a 12-week plan here, which this is, you might make an adjustment week 4 and week 8, 2 changes. You can increase steps, increase cardio, and then decrease food. Again, increase steps, increase cardio. Maybe you don't have to decrease food again. Too many people just slash calories and just pray for the best. And these are the people that obviously get super hungry and fall off track and rebound. Do not be that guy. That's why I created my course and my coaching plan, because I've seen so many people go on terrible plans, terrible training plans, terrible eating plans. They're keto, then they're this, then they're low carb, then they're fasting. My whole business is a sustainable training plan that you can stick to, whether you're on holiday with your family or you're at home. A food plan that you could do with all your mates out, or you can do locked in on your own. There's balance. It was just controlling calories. I've put everything into a course and everything into my coaching. There's my shameless plug. Let's carry on with the video. One more thing I want you guys to think about is you've set yourself a heavy goal here, 10 kilos in 12 weeks. You need to make sure your environment's right for you. You need to tell your friends, tell your girlfriend, tell your wife, tell your friends, say, guys, I'm locking it in for 12 weeks. Who's with me? Get a training partner. Have someone hold you accountable and hold them accountable. You'll train so much harder. You'll be able to go and do steps together. You can do your cardio together. Maybe you can go to a class together. Maybe you can start going with your girlfriend to a spin class. Doesn't matter. Burn some calories, get lean. Post it on social media. Give yourself a deadline. Give yourself every chance to succeed. I'm a big fan of telling people, set yourself up for success. Don't keep it to yourself, because if you have real good people in your life and you've told them you're doing this, and you will go out for dinner and you say, guys, I'm starving. A proper friend will say to you, listen, I don't care how hungry you are, I've got to hold you accountable. You've set a goal and it's my job as a friend to help you get there. Those are the people you need in your life. The guys that say, forget it, let's go out drinking, put them in the bin. And as I've said before, guys, we need to keep our tools in the toolbox. I always kind of talk about a fat loss toolbox, okay? You are going to stall. You're going to hit these little sticking points where you're putting in the work and your body weight's not dropping, and it can create panic and stress and, what, my body's stalled, what's going on? That, and only when that happens, is when you increase your cardio, increase your steps, increase your training intensity, or decrease your calories. You don't, like people say, they do a 12-week plan, they're making a change every week for 12 weeks, 12 changes. You might be able to go 6 weeks, dropping a kilo a week for the first 6 weeks without changing anything. And it's easy. Why would you make it hard for yourself? The harder you make it for yourself, the more likely it is that you're going to have to fall off and stop. Make it as easy as possible, make it seamless. Only make changes when you need to. Although this is a 12-week plan that we're talking about, you look at it as a 12-week reset. Have a 12-month goal. Think to yourself, I'm gonna go hard till Christmas. If that's what you think, I'm gonna go hard till Christmas and stop, you're gonna rebound, you're gonna be huge by March. Go hard until Christmas. Take 3 or 4 days off to enjoy yourself. Still train around that time. January, boom, let's go for 12 more weeks. This is how you build habits. This is how you build a great physique. A great physique takes years, it takes time. You can't just do it in 12 weeks, but use these next 12 weeks to pull that fat off, get yourself in a great position, and then you can put yourself in an amazing start point by Jan. Maybe you go into a proper lean gaining phase. Maybe you take a break for a week and then pull yourself back into a fat loss phase. You have to look at it over 12 months. We have 12 weeks now, maybe 13 weeks if I get this edited in time. By January 1st, you can be 20 pounds down, have more muscle, and ready to go to absolutely smash it in January. I'm rooting for you. If you don't get my courses, it's no big deal, guys. The fact that you're watching this video is good enough for me, and I'll see you in the next one.